Hi, dear children. Welcome back to our class. I think you are eagerly waiting for your activity 4. Listen carefully. Okay, my dears, let's start. Okay. A sailor sailing through the sea found his shoes torn and worn. Then he threw them into the sea. The waves brought them ashore and they rested on the shore. A crab was crawling on the sand. Her eyes fell on the shoe. Then she peeped into the shoe to assure himself there was no one, and she made it her pretty home. When the sailor sailing through the sea, he found his shoes are worn out, so he threw it into the sea. Then the waves brought them to the shore and rested there. While a crab was crawling on the sand, she saw the shoes and peeped into the shoe to make sure that there was no one. So she made it as her pretty home. A crazy wave rushed to grab the shoe and took it back into the sea. The crab was scared and she screamed. She quickly crawled out of the shoe and swam back into the shore. Here, then a crazy wave was rushed to grab the mirror and took it back into the sea. The crab scared and cried out loudly. Then she crawled out of it and swam back to the shore. Listen here, my dears. Look, here are some underlined words. I think you are familiar with these words from the story The Mirror, aren't you? Yes, very good. Now you have to refer the glossary and find out the meanings of these words. Then you have to frame sentences of your own using these words. Some examples are given here. Sailor. Praveen worked as a sailor in a cargo ship. Then the second one, own. My shoes are old and worn out. My shoes are old and worn out. Dear students, you have to find out rest of the sentences yourself. Thank you. Okay, my dears. Now let's start the activity 5. Very good. Look at the following expressions from the story. Oh, my father. He had never seen his own face before. Here, some words are underlined. It shows the relationship or possessiveness. Now, let's watch a video about the possessive pronoun. You must listen carefully. Possessive pronouns. Okay, look at these sentences. This kitty is mine. Its fur is soft. Is that bicycle yours? This ball is his. That dress is hers. That car is ours. That house is theirs. The words mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs, and its are pronouns that show who or what owns something. These pronouns are called possessive pronouns. They can be used in place of possessive nouns or possessive adjective plus possessive noun phrase. For example, these books are my sister's. These books are hers. Possessive pronouns do not come before a noun. They stand alone. For example, this is Winnie's house. This house is hers. Okay, dear students, listen here. Look at the girl at the sweets counter. Her name is Vismaya. Who is at the sweets counter? Yes, Vismaya. Do you know who is at the toys counter? Okay, his name is Varun. Who is the owner of the toys counter? Yes, Varun. Who are the ones at the books counter? Do you know their names? Yes, Fasil and Amala. Fasil and Amala are the owners of the books counter. Then, my sweets counter has the highest sales, says Vismaya. Who says? Vismaya. Vismaya says, my sweets counter. Vismaya is the owner of the sweets counter. Then, our books counter is visited by many students, say Faisal and Amala. Here, Faisal and Amala are the owners of the books counter. They say, our books counter is visited by many students. Okay, listen here. Who is the real owner of the shop? Do you know? Yes, very good. All the children of the school are its owners. It is their cooperative store. You also can start your own shops in your schools. Look, dear children, here some words are darkening. Her, his, their, my, our, their, its, your, etc. are the examples of possessive pronouns. Now, fill in the blanks with the suitable words from the box. From the box, his, her, their, my, our, your. These pronouns you can use to fill the blanks. Manu said, Mom, I'm going to wash dash hands. Here, Manu is the subject. Here he says, I'm going to wash my hands. Then mother said, you are a good boy. She kissed Manu on dash cheek. She kissed Manu on his cheek. Manu, do you think all dash friends wash dash hands before eating? Mother asked. Here, mother asked to Manu, do you think all your friends wash their hands before they eat? Yes, they all wash their hands before they eat. Do your teachers ask you to develop good habits like this? Mother asked. Then Manu replied, yes, dash science teacher always tells us about the importance of developing good habits. Here, yes, okay. Our science teacher always tells us about the importance of developing good habits. Then she tells us the story of dash son and daughter, said Manu. She tells us the story of her son and daughter, said Manu. That's interesting. I must congratulate dash, mother said. By hearing this, mother said, it is interesting. I must congratulate her. Everybody likes her, Manu said. Okay, dears. Hope you understood about the possessive pronoun. Don't forget to fill it in your text. Thank you.